Three altcoins I would buy right now, guys. These are altcoins that I believe are going to break out in this upcoming alt season, but also have the potential at bringing you massive gains in your portfolios in 2025. Guys, today we're going to be diving into, of course, those three projects as Bitcoin is breaking back out towards $67,554. Now, I want to point out, guys, we are at open trade. We're going to be doing a trading episode here today. We are in a live trade right now. So as we break down our favorite projects, the Telegram is on a Bitcoin long here at 15x, up almost $1,000 already as we speak. And of course, we'll be playing throughout this. And at the end of this episode, guys, at the end of this live stream, we will hopefully scalp trading live with you guys in, of course, this YouTube video. So guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. Today is going to be a fantastic stream as Bitcoin hopefully pushes back towards $68,000 here. Now, guys, there is a lot of altcoins on the market right now. The weekly has been insane, okay? We saw ApeCoin rip past like 150%. I mean, the 7-day on ApeCoin looks like it woke up from the dead, up from 70 cents to $1.70. That is 150% gain. And man, all of your ApeCoins are going wild. In fact, actually, shout out to the Duke holders out there. We're even getting a decent amount of volume coming into Duke here. $850,000 market cap, almost back at $1 million market cap. I still believe this meme coin, it is really, if not the only 100% decentralized community token project out there. I make no money off Duke here. It's like dog. It is 100% airdropped and given to the community here. I do believe that this thing could absolutely crush it here as ape season comes around the corner. But guys, DYDX, massive move here, massive play here. And if you guys were in the free Telegram here, holy smokes, I made a joke last night saying we might have to close down this Telegram group because we were making too much money. Look at this DYDX play here. 8x long, 50%, ended up closing for nearly 90% on the portfolio. Type 1 in chat, guys. Type 1 in chat, or let us know in chat how much money you made this weekend in the Telegram group. It has been nothing but wins. Now, we're not always on a hot streak here. Look at 140% off that call here. But of course, guys, as we're not always in profits, we do be making those profits. So make sure you secure and lock in and take those profits here. But Doge up 23%. Axie Infinity up 9.5%. Beam here up 7.1%. Today, guys, we are breaking down the three cryptos I am looking to dollar cost average into spot purchases. And in fact, I already bought $10,000 worth today. Actually might be buying 2x of it here in this episode. We'll see as it breaks down. And of course, we make out this trade here. Now at $57,000, almost $600. Bitcoin getting a little upside. We will be taking and securing these profits here up $1,000. Hopefully this live stream at about $2,000. We'll see. We'll see if the trade plays out, right? We could lose money, but we'll see if it plays out and we will throw it into some of these cryptos. So number one, guys, you're like, Josh, just tell me already. Okay, number one has to be Jupiter. Now, I'm not going to be just telling you these three projects and then running. Okay, I'm going to explain why. This market cap is sitting at a $1.3 billion market cap, only 10% about in circulation with a $9.6 billion diluted value. But Jupiter on the charts, guys, is one of the sexiest altcoin plays right now, I think, in the markets. If you go to Jupiter here, it broke out. We called this already a few days ago. I know a lot of you are in, of course, the Telegram here, made money with us on here. We traded this thing perfectly the last few days. Now, the reason why we're talking about Jupiter here is going to be this like 6-month long pattern it has been playing out in, right? We saw the resistance line. We actually longed it right here. So we longed down here at about 70, 80 cents or whatever. We traded up. We closed the position, shorted the position, longed the position, closed the position, longed the position, closed the position. But it is and has to confirmed to break out of this pattern, guys. There is potential upside to this that could be massive. Now, let me give you the first target here, okay? And I'm just talking about spot buys. We're not 2xing. We're not doing anything. We're just talking a little bit of the spot buys here, right? Let's talk about this first run-up we had back in July this year. If we were to get that breakout, we're looking at a potential upside here. A potential upside, yes, of $1.20 to $1.40. 20 to 40% gain on that alone. Now, I've seen TA traders actually draw out the original breakout period, pattern here, and take this full-on extension and put it over here and look at an analysis of $2 and $2.20. But you guys know me. I'm cautiously optimistic, right? If we're up 20, 40% on a position, I am probably taking massive, massive profit. But of course, guys, the other thing here is going to be the indicators. All right, let's go to the weekly. The daily is a little bit hot, a little bit overextended. But the stochastic, the MACD, the weekly, this is a newer project. And the weekly, the RSI, the momentum is extremely bullish. And this is one of the largest DEXs on top of Solana. Jupiter is one of the largest DEXs on top of Solana, which is what makes me even more bullish about this project, because Solana here, guys, is going to be token number 2. I know it's crazy, right? You guys are going to be like, holy smokes, why Solana, Josh? You guys, you've shat on it for years and years and years and years. Well, that was up until about 6 months ago when I actually finally learned what the market wants, guys, and that is meme coins. And Solana here is creating the largest cup and handle pattern I've seen ever on any single chart, guys. This is over a year. It's a year cup and handle pattern that is playing out here. And Solana does look like it is about to break out. And in fact, is breaking out as we speak. The weekly time frame on Solana is extremely bullish. I think you're looking at well over $200 on Solana. And of course, that is going to flow down into these altcoins. Now, that is on the weekly basis. Okay, that is on a weekly basis. But I'm actually going to give you a surprise project and a surprise pick at the end of this video on another spot play I'd pick up here. But guys, Bitcoin's looking bullish. It's finally breaking out. The weekly on Bitcoin, stochastic, still not overextended here. Still got at least a week or two in potential upside here that could push us towards that $74,000 level. MACD reversing. RSI above 50, broke past, the moving average here, showing that bullish momentum to break out of this 6-month-long pattern. It is getting exciting here. So let me take some questions here really quick from the chat here. What do you think about Jasmy coming from It's Zeke here? I'll show it on the screen for you guys. Jasmy isn't going to be one of my favorite plays on the market. I personally have never just traded it, so I really have no attachment to this project whatsoever. However, it was a really big TikTok shill. So sitting at $1 billion market cap, let's not do that. Let's see here. Okay, so went from wow, it did really, really well, honestly. Here it's up like, what is that? Almost 5x, 6x here. But a $1 billion market cap. I hate the website. I've never found it sexy. People say it's the Bitcoin of Japan. I don't know. I don't know why they would even refer it to that. I think it's a smart contract, Internet of Things platform. And it just, I don't know. I'm just never going to trade this. I am not attracted to this project in any single way, shape, or form, brother. So you can't get that from me here. In terms of TA, though, we could pull up Jasmy here. I'll see what we got here. We could see what we got here on Jasmy. MACD, stochastic, plenty of, upside room here, obviously. Looks like it's resisting a little bit off the SMA here on the RSI here. But let me go to the daily, right? The daily, man, the daily needs to get back above the 200 daily moving average. Right now, it is still bearish. The stochastic's almost overextended. I don't know if you're looking at massive upside here, but the 4 hours probably, no, 4 hours bearish too. That's crazy to see. 4 hours getting rejected here. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like any of those because Bitcoin is going to be oversold, but it's probably going to follow Bitcoin. It's going to probably follow Bitcoin. But again, I don't know enough about Jasmy. I don't trade it. I haven't watched the technicals. I don't know the support levels, the resistance level. I have to do an in-depth dive on there for you here. Josh, do you think we at least touch 70K in October? It is very possible. According to FOMO.io here, you guys can see, you guys should be checking FOMO.io every single day. We'll be integrating news to the website very, very soon. We have a pretty significant support area at $66,500, but there's a ton of liquidity building up above us at $70,000 now. So in the smaller time frame, I'm looking at a little bit of a bounce, hopefully to about $68,000, $67,800. That is where we're going to be taking the profits here. We're on a long swing here. We're looking for a scalp trade here, hopefully to make a $2,000-$3,000 trade off this. We're willing to risk the $1,000, stop loss here. But of course, let me go back to that. Where did we just go here? The liquidations are stacking up below us at $66,500. So in the near term, expecting a little upside to come capture this giant liquidity grab at about $67,900. Once we eat that liquidity, I do want us to see us cool off a little bit. And if we cool off, we can easily break past $70,000 this cycle. Easily. What are your thoughts on Link? I do like our chain link here. But let me go ahead and show you guys these next projects here in just a moment. This channel's better than... Let's freaking go, baby. Appreciate you, Raz Gaming here. Appreciate you, my guy. So yeah, guys, we are up in profit right now, $500 on this trade. The third project of today's episode, guys, is going to be Ondo Finance. Okay. Now, I know you guys think I'm an Ondo shill because I love Ondo. I do. I've made a lot of money off Ondo. Okay. I've made a lot of money. We bought a Tesla with our Ondo. We bought a full Model Y, brand new 2024 Tesla with our Ondo profits. It was an insane play from 70 cents all the way up to almost a buck 40. Absolutely crushed a trade, sold the top, and now we're looking to get back in. Now, why Ondo Finance? You guys are going to go, Josh, what about the unlocks? What about the unlocks coming, Josh? There's unlocks in January, Josh. What do we do? I got to get out. Set it, sell, get out. Well, guys, I have news for you, okay? 4 hour is a little bit bearish here. Come about, correcting a little bit. Ondo pumped massively from about 72 cents all the way to 84 cents just yesterday. But let's look at the daily, okay? Let's look at the daily. Why am I bullish on this long term? So the reason why I'm bullish on this long term, to me, again, I would like to see the daily come back down a little bit. I would like to pick up probably around 70, 73 cents. I think that is a prime location for Ondo. But what we're looking at here is a potential reverse head and shoulders pattern playing out here on Ondo. Now, what makes me excited for this, and for this reason only, is going to be the comparison to Bitcoin here. Reverse head and shoulders, right? That is what's allowing us to break out of this pattern. So you'll notice that I drew this line here on this chart. Personally, okay, actually I pulled it down just a little bit on accident. I would like to see us close above this 20. I want to get back up above the $68,000 level. Now you can draw out your Fibonacci's and show what you're tracing. We're jumping off the 7-week or 7-day EMA right now. But personally, if Bitcoin can break out to $70,000, I expect Ondo's pattern to play out similarly, or pretty similar. So what does that mean? Well, if Bitcoin breaks past 70K and Ondo follows, you're looking at an upside target of, once again, $1.10 to $1.30 on Ondo's price point. So I'm looking at another potential breakout pattern here for Ondo, which is exciting me. Of course, that daily is going to be a little bit of weakness, but we're expecting that with these markets. Now, the stochastic on the weekly, again, you're looking massive upside. Plenty of upside to go here on the weekly. So right now, projects I'd be looking at dollar cost average into on this next dip are Jupiter, Ondo, and Solana. And I got one more I'll show you in just a second. Jupiter, Solana, and Ondo. Now, again, okay, this doesn't mean go blindly jump into these products today unless you don't care, right? I do believe these projects come down 5, 10% here, and it all depends on Bitcoin, okay? If Bitcoin has a correction here, we got the stochastic, it's overextended, looking like it's a little exhausted. RSI is a little exhausted here. Bitcoin could come back down to $65,000, $66,000. Altcoins going to get hurt, okay? Altcoins going to drop 10, 20%. That is the ideal time to buy. But no matter what, with this Bitcoin breakout, I'm expecting massive upside to these 3 projects. Now, the 4th project, I told you I was going to give you guys a 4th project. But first and foremost, before I give you that project, guys, let's see what we're at here. This is an afternoon live stream. Let's go ahead. We're at 330 people watching, 45 likes, guys. We can easily get this to 120 likes, guys. Smash that like button if you want to see, of course, the 4th pick of the stream here. It might be your favorite one, but we need to get those likes up, guys, and let us know in the comments. Are you enjoying these live trading sessions in the evenings? If you do so, we'll be doing these a lot more, because after I tell you about this 4th crypto pick, we are going to open this up to Q&A and a full-blown crypto scalp trading session with, of course, the Telegram here. So I am very excited for this. I really would like to see you guys watch us make hopefully $2,000 in this live stream. That would put us at a very, 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 very strong position for today. Now, we do have resistance at $67,676. But I mean, man, that upside target here, we're looking at $68,000 potentially here. Maybe grabbing this reversal. So we'll cover that here in just a moment. You just telling every scenario, always here, Tattoo Mo, always, man. Duke, Josh, could I have your opinion about Polygon Matic? Yeah, Polygon Matic is a dud, my man. I am very biased on Polygon Matic, though, because Polygon Matic was one of my first 100Xs. I bought in at like pennies because of a friend back in the day, and it has been bleeding ever since because there's a new token, right? You have POL. You have this freaking POL token. You're not supposed to have to, transfer them over, whatever it is. But man, their execution on this new launch was completely dog water, and Matic has just been bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. So I do believe it's got some potential upside here. You're looking at support around the 33-cent range. I would personally like to see an upside target of 90 cents to a buck 20 this cycle. But guys, I'm here to just be honest with you. And the reality of this, we made a ton of money on this in 2021. We were excited for Polygon 2.0. They failed to execute on it. The marketing's been shit ever since. I don't know if this could perform the way we once thought it could back in 2021 ever again. So if you're in Polygon Matic and you're fortunate to be like me who got in at pennies, I still have like $10,000 worth that is just sitting on my MetaMask. I actually might change it and transfer it over into Jupiter or Solana potentially this cycle if I really, really want to. I'm just sitting on it. How far do you see Aerodrome pulling back? Well, D Money. Can we get some W's in the chat for D Money? Because he knew token number 4, guys. Token number 4 is Aerodrome here, guys. $800 million market cap. We're going to be telling you why we're expecting this here. We're at 80 likes now, guys. Almost 400 liking. Keep smashing that like button for all of this content, guys. Much appreciate it here. Aerodrome, though, using OP Stack, using Optimism Superchain, the liquidity provider for all of Base's ecosystem, and there is no Base token. So we are incredibly bullish on Aerodrome, especially since we've been talking about this thing since it went all the way down to 42 cents, 55 cents. We've been buying around 70 to 80 cents was when we first started getting into this project. It is up. Everybody that has been following this channel is up on Aerodrome unless somehow you only decided to buy it when it was at $1.86 because the basement, everybody around here has been talking about this thing since 8 to 40 cents and heavily purchasing between 50 and 70 cents. Aerodrome is one of the best plays on this channel. It's been a fantastic call here from the Base ecosystem, from Discover Crypto. But let's talk about the price action here, right? Aerodrome, should you get in today? Aerodrome isn't one that I would buy today, okay? But it is one that I would DCA into any opportunity I get. Now, you're looking at a potential Wyckoff play right here. So I want to say this. I think $1.22, okay? I think $1.22. You look at the stochastic, it is definitely overextended. It could easily come down to $1.05 again. I think dollar cost averaging into Aerodrome is perfectly fine. I think Aerodrome is going to be at a $4 to $5 billion market cap in 2025 or maybe 2026, depending on this bull run length. But I believe it's going to be a very performative liquidity provider, especially because of Base and the OP stack. Okay. But with that said, the main time to buy was at these ranges. These are the prime ranges. Look at that wick here, right? That was the Coinbase wick. That was the Coinbase wick. But you have a triple bottom here that is showing us that we are breaking out of this, this massive supply liquidity zone that we've been in. We're now testing resistance, right? We're trying to turn, this is that Wyckoff where you're getting that, that breakout, retest, that change of character. We are getting a change of character right now in Aerodrome's price target. So Aerodrome, I think, is a great project to DCA into. Is it my favorite entry point? No. If Bitcoin pulls back by 5%, Aerodrome's pulling back by 20%. You're going to see another dollar, a dollar Aerodrome again if that were to happen. But if Bitcoin doesn't and we do bounce, okay? If we do bounce, again, you're looking at a change of character here, an upside target of $1.98 or potentially a $2 Aerodrome once again. Now, what we want to do, though, is zoom out, okay? The weekly here. Aerodrome doesn't have a lot of, there's not a lot of data to it. It goes back only to February, right? The weekly, though, stochastic overextended, MACD is definitely overextended, RSI is overextended. So what does this tell me? It tells me that Aerodrome is more or less going to follow Bitcoin. So what I would be focusing on right now is Bitcoin's price action. Are we in this bullish momentum? Are we above the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100-week, 200-day moving average? If you're above the moving averages, guys, that tells us that we have bullish momentum. If you're below them, that tells us we have bearish momentum. And once again, guys, you want to go to FOMO mode. Personally, okay? Personally, I like to buy in the red. I like to buy when everybody is greedy. Right now, not everybody's greedy, or everybody's fearful. Sorry, I don't like to buy when everybody's greedy. I like to buy when everybody is fearful. Now, on the hourly and the 15-minute, we got some fear action today. In fact, we were in extreme fear earlier today when markets first started falling, okay? But that 24-hour time frame is at 59. You got to refresh it sometimes here. 59. So is it the best time to buy into the market right now? No, right? No. It is not the best time. The best time was at 59K. The best time was at 30K. The best time was at 15K. The best time was at 45K. The best time was at 62K. But again, we are in a bullish period. So if you can't help yourself, use FOMO. This is simply have a dollar cost average strategy. Understand if you have $1,000 and you put $1,000 in the Aerodrome today, that it could potentially drop by 20% again, right? So just have that in mind as we're breaking out. But the 3 products to summarize again today, guys: Jupiter, Ondo, Solana, and a bullish or a bonus project here, Aerodrome, would be the 4 projects that I would be watching for spot purchases here for the upcoming bull run. Now, again, it is going to rely on, of course, what is happening on Bitcoin's charts. We are up about 1% here on Bitcoin on a 15x long, looking to hopefully get a rebound here. And it is following the SPX to a T. So the SPX looking to break back out again. Let me go to the 4-hour chart here because it is, or the hour chart. It is definitely bouncing a little bit, getting a bit of retracement here. Bitcoin's following the SPX. So the SPX getting denied off, it looks like the 100-day or the 100 moving average here on the 15 minutes. Could be getting a little bit of a bearish divergence here, but I am expecting the SPX to end at about 580, 5861 today. And if that's the case, Bitcoin will be trading back above $67,800. So we're following it to a T right now. How far do you see Aerodrome? Oh, yes, I already answered there. There's you go. That's how far I see Aerodrome pulling back here for you. You missing Metis, bro? No, I've just never traded Metis. I didn't want to buy into it just because like its only marketing was like Vitalik's mom's on the project, right? That was kind of like the whole thing. That was pretty much the whole thing. 5-minute, a little exhausted here. Let's see where the minute is here. 2 minutes is now. Okay, overextended on the stochastic. Yeah, we would like to see a decent bounce here. But are we setting up a, I don't know if I like that. What do you think about Turbo? Turbo, the meme coin, right? Good afternoon from Norway. What's up, brother? How you doing? Tattoo me. I just got my first tattoo, Mo. I just got it. Got my first tattoo in Rome, Italy, at the Coliseum. It was sick, man. How you doing today, bro? Gabby, I'm doing wonderful. What a time to be alive, guys. The Telegram is making a ton of money. We're absolutely printing in that free group. There's really not a better time to be in this market than right now. Crushing it, man, right now. Absolutely crushing. Holy smokes, dude. Someone shorted Bitcoin at $68,600. That is crazy. Mad gains in the Telegram. Too quiet about that Ordi swap? No, dude, I'm not quiet about Ordi swap at all. I talk about it almost every single day, Jocelyn. It just tells me that you do not pay attention and come back once every 4 months or something. Guys, Ordi swap has failed. It has failed. Okay. Can it bounce? Of course. But their devs totally shit the bed on Ordi swap, guys. Never been paid by them. I really like the project. I thought as an AMM, as a liquidity provider, it could be one of the best protocols on top of Bitcoin as that new incentive layer for DeFi through runes and Bitcoin layer 2s. But their devs have completely shit the bed. So can it bounce back? Maybe. I'm not the developer. They said that they're having a lot of unknown issues. But I still believe in Bitcoin layer 2s and Bitcoin DeFi. And to what I've said for the last 6 months about Bitcoin layer 2s, chat, someone tell them, what have I said about Bitcoin layer 2s? When will Bitcoin layer 2s pump, guys? Chat knows. When do I say Bitcoin layer 2s will pump? Haven't changed for 6 months. Haven't lost visual, haven't lost that sign. But yes, guys, Ordi swap did shit the bed. And this is a perfect example of why you need to diversify, right? If you're betting on these moonbags that are sub 20 million projects, they're very high risk. These can go to zero. Ordi swap could very well just go to zero. That's part of investing. Not dev's fault. It was obvious. It's impossible to build scalable stuff on Bitcoin. We need to stop trying that. It's not obvious. There's so many people that are trying to build on top of it, man. And innovation takes risk. And that is what investing is. Investing is taking a risk. It's taking a risk and understanding that what is being done is, impossible, or if not possible. If you don't want to bet on Bitcoin layer 2s, you don't have to bet on Bitcoin layer 2s. But there's tons of protocols that are building on top of Bitcoin that are crushing it. Look at Stacks, right? Stacks is one of the best plays here. Called this at 46 cents. We called stacks at 46 cents. $1.83 today. So don't tell me that these products can't make money, especially like, look at this, Alex Labs, right? Alex Labs, we got in and got out, but we made a ton of money off Alex. We were talking about Alex and stacks way back here in August, and September. It did like a 20x or something to its all-time high. Beautiful gains from Alex Labs. So there is gains to be made, and that is what we're doing in the crypto markets, guys. We're here to make money. Josh, what do you think about Turbo? It's a meme coin. Yeah, for meme coins, I mean, it's interesting, but meme coins are meme coins, dude. They're gonna meme, man. Like if you're investing in a meme coin, it's musical chairs. Personally, I like Dog. I like Duke. I like Pepe. I like Ponky. I do like some meme coins, but I don't like any influencer tokens. The difference between my token and other tokens is that I don't make any money off trading. I don't buy and sell and trade the token. The liquidity is 100% locks. It is 100% owned and governed by the community at this point. The way I make money off Duke is only if the project succeeds because he's my mascot. So I need him to do well, right? So it's all about community orientation. And growth and development. There's community members building games for it. There's merchandise. We, of course, have the Twitter and all the lore and the development with FOMO.io. So I'm very excited for it. And we actually got a really cool airdrop method that will be going out for Duke as well, where eventually, once you can integrate and buy FOMO with Duke, you're going to get a discount with Duke, but also anybody that buys FOMO.io, right? The website. Some people go, Josh, why do we want to support FOMO.io when you can go use CoinGlass or these other sites and pay for other sites or whatever it is? Because, guys, what we're building here is a product suite that is specific towards myself and our audience here. And I get to build what you guys recommend, right? You guys are working directly with me. So now the only difference that you can't get this anywhere else is the 4-hour, the 1 hour, and the 15-minute fear and greed index. We also have our own FOMO score here that no other website has. And of course, we're making these maps better. So you'll notice that our map, you can actually hone in on and actually click on each box and have a much better visualization and representation of the price action here. So we're trying to take very complex models that are shit and bring them to retail marketing, and we're going to make it mobile applications. So we're going to make it, for the 75% of traders out there that don't use their PC, that are on their mobile devices. That is our focus here, to keep those emotions in check, to give you guys the perfect tools and the best tools you need to be able to make the best decisions in these markets as, of course, we go through this bull run. And we're adding so many tokens, guys. Right now, I think only Ethereum and Bitcoin work on the liquidation models. Yeah, so look at this. Ethereum looking very, very bullish for Ethereum, actually. Looking for a breakout back to $2,700 on the 12-hour time frame. But eventually, all of these tokens will be integrated. Even XRP is integrated, right? Tron, Cardano, they're all integrated in here to see these price points. That is something that not a lot of services offer. That is something that we're trying to bring to you guys to give you the best possible data to make the best possible strategies in crypto here. So we're very, very excited for it. And by the way, so to end that note, everybody that is buying FOMO with Duke here in the future, we're going to integrate this, have referral programs for all of you guys, the whole nine. You're going to qualify for all the future meme coin airdrops. So this is how I believe the future of meme coin should operate. It's just like every character will be tokenized, right? But how I make money is we have OmniSwap, we have FOMO.io. So it is 100%. All of the tokens will be deployed to you guys completely. Now, I'll do marketing through FOMO.io and Shubaduki, right? We're building FOMO Jungle. We're going to have the Ice King. We're going to have, which might be a penguin or something like that. We're going to have we're going to have Larry the Lizard or Gary the Lizard. I don't know. The liquidation monster. Who knows, right? All these characters can be created in the future that will be airdropped to FOMO users and people purchasing with Duke. So the Duke will have that utility, and all of these meme coins will be 100% fair launch, 100% owned by the community, and 100% up to those projects and up to those community members to really, do whatever you want with the tokens. Really, that's how meme coins should. They should be tokenized representations of mascots. I think the NBA, the MLB, the NFL, they don't need a profit off the token transactions or the token trading. They can profit off the token transactions. Why not tokenize their mascots? Why not allow every single person that purchases a ticket to get one token when they attend a baseball game, and then bet that one token on if their mascot is going to beat the other mascot in the middle of the race at the home game or the away game, right? Or, take a bet on, your favorite player hitting a home run by the 4th inning, right? And then if you earn enough points, it's a reward system. They can go purchase beer, or they can go get, pretzels, or they can redeem it for cash, right? Because maybe it's like a reward system. I have so many ideas. I could talk about, guys, that is coming to the future of these things. I'm excited for it. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be about an influencer or cabal members owning 40, 50, 30, 60, 70, 90% of these projects and then just dumping on you guys over and over and over again. I mean, how many of you in chat have been dumped on by a project? I know Bitcoin just rug pulled, right? That's a perfect example of a shitcoin scam that was very obvious, right? We don't own the supply. Liquidity is locked, community owns it, and we're just developing the mascot. That is how this should work. That's how this should operate. But again, it's just that's how this needs to be. We need to get rid of the cabals. You need to stop all that inside trading BS that all those creators are doing. It's disgusting, man. And it's just because honestly, what it is these influencers, guys. I don't necessarily blame them. They're just stupid. Okay. I mean that. I mean that like Kamala Harris meant it when she called 18 to 24-year-olds stupid back in 2011. Those influencers are stupid. They've never operated a business before. They've never had employees. They've never developed something that has actually had value. And this is why they get stuck in this endless cycle of sponsorships. They can't produce revenue. They don't know how to build a company. They don't know how to build a community. They don't know how to build, they don't know how to monetize. And so what happens is they get used to these fancy, luxurious lifestyles. They want the fancy cars. They want the fancy watches. And they get stuck promoting shitcoin after shitcoin after shitcoin after shitcoin because they can't afford their own lifestyles because their own lifestyles are a grift that they're promoting. They're grifters, right? So that is why 99% of meme coins fails. Now, I am not here to be like CoffeeZilla or these other, YouTubers that, and I don't actually, let me reframe that because CoffeeZilla actually is really, really talented. And has every right to go after Andrew Tate because Andrew Tate is grifting you guys 100% with his Ponzi token again. Why? Because he's going to control again the entire supply. If he was actually building a community project, he would just launch a community token, 100% fair launch to that community and not inside trade and profit off it. But we know that's what he's going to do, right? That is not how you got to focus on these. If you want meme coins to succeed, which they will, it is a $56 billion industry that will be $300 billion by 2026. I truly believe that. The way of the future is brand management and marketing and focusing on the community. Give it to stop being greedy, right? If you can build great products, tokenize the mascots, give it to the community. It will only build and make your projects more successful. Imagine if the Nike logo was tradable or there was a mascot, right? Again, the NFL, the NBA, all these different Major League Baseball teams. If you could, trade and tokenize these systems, there's a lot of value to that. Just nobody's doing it right because it's always ran and operated by some greedy, individual. That's just, it gets stuck. That's why I love Dog. Dog was a great project on top of Bitcoin, first Bitcoin meme coin, 100% fair launch to all of the ordinal holders. But even that in itself, right? Even that in itself, I mean, I can't stop that though. It's a free market. So there's a lot of people that received a lot more Dog tokens than others. Anyways, I digress. Your CoffeeZilla's next vixen. I'd have to actually do something that would result in millions of dollars of scams and stuff, which isn't. I don't do. So there'd be nothing from the report on. Ben should be though. I would say that. Why you create coins instead of supporting community meme coins like Mog? Mog's an insider cabal token. See, Mick L, you're falling for your CoffeeZilla's that, and then you go and push literally the biggest inside traded token on the market, man. Guys, Mick, you're part of the cabal, dude. You gotta get out. Can Mog do well? Sure. Yes. Just like who Mother's Butt did well or whatever. But what happens when the musical chairs stop, right? Who's going to keep building on top? It's how a meme coin survives, like Dogecoin, like Pepe, is the mind share. Now, Mog's doing great. I'm not saying it's not doing great. But can you sit here and tell me? Let's watch this. You want to do this? Let's do this. I'm giving you guys all the alpha. I'm just being completely honest with you guys. Watch this. Go to Mog, right? And then you go to Bubbles Maps. Let's see where it's at. 2%, 7, dead address, 7, crypto.com, 3. Oh, it's pretty distributed. Well, this is also a billion number. So Mog's doing pretty well. Pretty distributed at this point. So this is an example of a good project. So you don't want to see high token dilution. But again, was it 30? I don't know. Let me go back to this. Let's go back to, here we go. And let's go to top traders. Top traders bought 28 million. So sold 40 million. This guy's down bad. Private volume, unknown. Receiving just more and more tokens. So my question here would be, who are the ones that made millions of dollars? I mean, I could take a big guess here and say it was whoever the insiders were. 100%. Wolf on ETH. Wolf's not Wolf's a Cabal token. Wolf's 100% a Cabal token. Let me show you this one, right? Wolf's 100% like, look at this, holders. Yeah. So 4%. Again, watch this. Let's go to top traders. I know who created Wolf. Wolf's 100% a Cabal token. It was literally 100% Cabal token. I was in the group chat that wanted to pay KOLs. I don't take meme coin promotions though. So there's that. But yeah, that's insane. That's insane. So yeah, my problem with these tokens, guys, is that you're just relying and praying to God that these influencers don't rug on you as they profit millions of dollars. That's just all these own. They just rinse and repeat, dude. Oh, Wolf on ETH, not Sol? Oh, that's a good question. Let me see. Wolf on ETH. No, it's Wrap Teeth. It's Wormhole. It's the same project. $700,000 holders doesn't matter, Swiper. Want to see something? Want to know why it doesn't matter? Watch this. If you go to Duke, look at how many holders we have. 22,000 holders. You want to know why we have $22,000 or 20,000 holders? It's because we airdropped people 22,000. We airdropped 20 or 15,000 people or something. I forgot how many it was. We airdropped a bunch of Brett holders Duke. So a lot of these projects, they'll be, oh, we have 700,000 holders, but you'll realize that 600,000 of those wallets or 700,000 or 650,000 of those wallets are people that got airdropped 5 cents of tokens. I'm giving you guys all the inside truth. I know all these things. I could literally talk to anybody about these. I can give them my Telegram. Just go look at these chats, dude. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. I'll never participate in it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, dude. Oh, look at Bitcoin, by the way, guys. Up $2,000, up 6%. And we've been making a ton of money. This is why I don't have to do this stuff, guys, because I can actually trade. Like, I do this as a hobby. We turned 3,000 to 70,000. We just did $1,000 to $10,000 challenge. Most people are up probably 2 to 3 grand on that challenge alone. You know, look, I'm just being real with you guys. That's all I'm doing here. Not coin should be fine. Not coin's Telegram. Yeah. I don't actually know enough about it though. Bonk is widely distributed. Yeah. So Swiper. So guys, meme coins are I like meme coins. So meme coins can become too big to fail, like banking institutions, like Dogecoin, like Pepe. I think Brett is up in that category. It's just, that's why not, but how many fail, right? The conversation isn't, are meme coins a real industry? They are. It's $56 billion. It's why do 99.9% fail? And I'm giving you that alpha. It's because it's insiders. It's KOLs. It's people that have a dying Discord that are trying to get people to stay in their Discord. And in order to qualify for the airdrop, you have to pay, $49 a month. Those are the things that you have to realize. Like, okay, is this a real product? Is this a real, is this a meme coin like community that can survive? The meme coin communities that survive don't rely on one individual founder. Name one meme coin that is worth over $300 million that relies on its founder. Can anybody name one? I'm very interested. Very interested. These afternoon streams bring far more haters than morning streams. Oh, it's because I get to be real, dude. I just get to talk. But that's that. Hopefully, my goal here, guys, is one, I welcome it, but two is to have an open conversation and dialogue around these things. Maybe I can offer a different perspective. Maybe you don't agree with me. But if you're in a stream that you're constantly being fed information you only agree with, that is how you lose in these markets. If you're constantly looking for hopium, like I want to be only watching a trader that talks positively about my crypto, then you're going to lose in this industry, right? So it's very healthy to have both conversations here. In terms of Bitcoin, though, guys, $67,800. We're up almost $3,000. We're up almost 8%. Our first target was just hit, so I do got to put this in the Telegram. This was the first target here. Let's go ahead and put this in the Telegram here. So I just made $3,000 while we're live streaming here. First target hit, adjust stop loss and take profit. Can we get some W's in the chat for that? I think that's worth it. I think that is very much worth it. Let them hate, bring in the alpha. Yeah. If you guys don't agree with me, I mean, if you guys want to believe, look, I'm just look again. I'm giving you guys all the information I have here. The Cabal, Soul Wolf, yeah. So Wolf, any of those like here you guys want the alpha? Any single meme coin that is pushed or all at the same time by let's say 10 plus KOLs, Cabal token, Cabal token. Vo Williams with a $20 super chat, dude. Appreciate you for the support of the channel and these afternoon live streams. And guys, again, before I answer Vo's question here, guys, we have 400 beautiful people watching right now, guys. If you can go ahead, hit that like button, you got to smash, you guys. We can easily break 200 likes on this live stream, on this episode. If you guys want more of this type of content, we got to be able to produce the views here, guys. But I want to be able to bring you guys these alpha and trading sessions every single day. So how this will work is I'll start the stream with, projects I'm watching, maybe important crypto news, and then we're going to just go straight into Q&A and TA and trading here. As you can see, we're up $3,500 now, guys. We're up $3,600, $3,700, $3,700 in one stream here, up 10%, guys. And this was all given to you for free in the Telegram chat. Name another community out there giving you these free calls, giving you these free signals, giving you guys the opportunity to learn how to trade completely for free. Do we get 100% of trades correct? No, that's not the purpose of it. This is a free educational server here, guys, which ironically, we've been up like 95% of our trades here. But come join, guys. Come learn. It's a great place to be. Love the channel, though. So let's go to Vo here. Love the channel. Dreaming Giant, ZZZZZ, only on base. It's a Docs team of champions IRL. Billboards all around LA. Super early. Coded to win. Original IP will be animated. So I've never heard anything about this project, but I will look it up for you because you are supporting the channel here. So Plan Z. Is it this one? Let me know if this is the one here. $1 super chat from Dermish. Appreciate you, man. Price floor today. I think this is what it is. Hopefully I don't get canceled for this one. The end. All right, I just got scammed. ZZZZZ on base. Okay. Bro's having me click on some sketchy websites. Sleeping Giant here. Brother, it is a tiny, tiny market cap, but I wish you guys the best. When you come back to me, brother, at like a $3 million market cap, because right now it is literally it's a needle in a haystack, man. But hey, I want you guys to succeed. Keep crushing it, man. Hopefully you launched on, of course, OmniSwap's protocol there. But we'll see it, man. We'll see it. But you got the word out there. But yes, of course, appreciate everything, man. But yeah, too small to talk about on stream here. Dermish with the $1 super chat. Appreciate you here for being here today, man. Bitcoin dominance at 58.5%. What makes you think it's alt season? Alt season in the sense that a lot of your altcoins are starting to break out. Solana, Ethereum, even though they're following Bitcoin's dominance, right? I do believe we're going to be getting some exponential upside to a lot of your favorite altcoins. So while Bitcoin does a 10%, you're looking at a 30, 40% gain on altcoins here. Man, it looks like we called and caught the bottom of this perfectly here today. Type 1 in chat if you're in this trade. Type 1 in chat if you're in this open trade with us here today, because it's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity right now in this this trade here. Any other tokens? 5x, please. The 4 we talked about today, as of right now, just let me know if you want me to look at anything, brother. Josh, please text Blast, ETH Layer 2. Not the biggest fan of Blast, but a lot of people do enjoy it. Let's pull it up on the charts here. Let's see what we got here on Blast. Blast US dollar, my man. Let's go to the daily and zoom out and consolidate here. So definitely stochastic, still room to the upside here. MACD a little bit. Man, this looks like it's just been being token diluted. Wolf on ETHCTO. They don't pay KOLs. The top wallet is Treasury donated from top holder Kecox, who donated half of his bad to secure exchanges. I'll explain that one just a second. Let me give you that one in a second. But yeah, so for base Blast here, 15 minutes. Let me see what we're following here. Let's also get off Coinbase. That is shit. We could do, let's see, Blast. There you go. Where's the most amount of volume for Blast? There we go. I mean, in the near term, you're looking at a potential breakout back to the upside here. So hopefully a little bit of volume coming into the Blasters network here. But again, I mean, I don't like that daily at all. What the F was that, dude? So I'm gonna be real with you. 4 hour, it looks like the 0.0086 is some pretty decent support range. But I don't know enough about this project to be like, okay, I got to look at the token dilution, the token unlocks. This isn't enough data to run off of. I mean, right now it just looks like the team's diluting tokens. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to trash on the project. I just don't have enough data to go off of it. I want to know what the token unlocks are. Why is it, it's like Bitcoin's been performing really, really well in October. Let me be clear on this. I do not like that it's not following the rest of the market. The fact that Bitcoin's up like this and it's not outpacing, if Bitcoin's outpacing your altcoin, it's a pretty bad indication. It's a pretty bad indication here. Hopefully that answers that question here. All right, let's do okay, cool. Almost at 200 likes, guys. Wolf on ETH CTO. What is up with this new CTO thing? Holy smokes. Holy smokes. We got a bearish candle there, guys. We got a bearish candle there on the minute. That was a crazy sell order. Crazy sell order on Bitcoin here. Did touch $67,916 though. Let's take a check on the SPX and I'll answer the wolf picture here in just a minute. Because I want to, of course, let's go boom. There we go. Yeah, the SPX is ripping. You'll notice that this sell order was pretty massive, but of course is a small little blip on the SPX here. And of course, Bitcoin is following the SPX identically today. Check this out. Let's boom. Identical pattern here. So it's just more volatile. Like if you actually zoom out and look at this, again, let me show you Bitcoin, SPX, SPX, Bitcoin. So if the SPX continues to break out higher, right, Bitcoin's going to follow. Now, this was a crazy 1 minute candlestick on the SPX, but again, Bitcoin is following the pattern. So I'm not bearish yet at all. I'm not bearish yet at all. In fact, I'm still going to keep this position open. The 1 minute definitely overextended here. Probably looking for a little bit of a correction here on the SPX. Let's go to the 5 minute here. 5 minute candlestick just broke out and closed above that 200 moving average, which is really, really good. Generally, when you start to see this crossover here, right, the 100, the 50, all the way across the 200, you get explosive upside. So the SPX looking pretty good right now. We're gonna remain in this position here. I would just leave your stop loss here at profits, maybe $67,600 if you want. Take profits, maybe take half the profits off the table here. But we did break out of this channel. Maybe we're going to retest and bounce off of it. Of course, we're going to follow the SPX here in real time. So, and actually, you'll probably be able to watch us bounce off this right now. I want to watch it with you guys. Also on signals, I'll pull it back in just a moment, but more than likely just filled some major imbalances on the market. Nakamoto Games is a pretty decent play there. Do you think Proppy has formed a nice cup and handle? Nakamoto Games is just going to pump when Web3 games pump. I don't know when that is. I'm not the biggest player in Web3 games right now. I am excited for what do you call it? That new game that just launched. I'm spacing out on it. The Kabbalah's Soul Wolf got rugged. Wow. Now. Ooh, wait, did it really? No way, dude. No, it didn't. Is he trolling me? No, it's still here. 20 million. I'm confused on which one do you mean on Wolf here. So there's 3.6. There's the wrapped ETH one. Is this the one you're talking about? Could be a decent play. I don't know, guys. Meme coins I'm very skeptical of. Like they're just 99% of the time it's just gonna be a rug pull. Or not a rug pull. It's just not what you think it is. I do like Andy, Family Boys Club. Yeah. That level was the heat map some hours ago. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Let's go to the heat map here. Let's go to Bitcoin. 12-hour heat map. Oh, we just ate through that liquidity. Yeah, good call here from chat. So FOMO.io goes, we could keep pushing higher. We got liquidity building up above us. So let's go over to the liquidation map here and let's see what we're looking at. Andy on ETH, study the boys club. So Nova, you're right. I love the boys club. Boys club's a decent play there. We're building the FOMO club, which I think is going to be the first fair launch version of the boys club. The boys club still very cabal oriented. But yeah, you're looking at really big liquidations. You got some open up right underneath us, of course, here at 67.5. But I mean, the bulk of liquidations, dude, you're looking at a $68,000 Bitcoin right now, 68,000. So I actually think we're going to break to the upside here. You could see I drew out this pattern here for you guys just to see how patterns do work and play here. We are retesting right now, which is also on the 7-week, but we're getting that positive breakout. You can see that we rejected off the 205 minute, the 200 moving average on the 5-minute. But if we go to the SPX, again, this is what we want to follow here. So let's go to the minute here. Actually, it's probably not even moved. It's been 1 minute since we actually talked about it. I'm expecting more upside here. I think we'll close above, like I said, I think we'll be above 5,860. We got still, wait, did market just close? Markets close at 5, right? Why am I spacing out on that? Why am I brain farting today, dude? Yeah, so we still got some time here. What about Degen and Mudang? Mudang's an AML token. Mudang won't be cute in a year. He'll be fat and ugly, and they'll be on to the next token. So Mudang won't be as popular. They kind of just rotate. You want an everlasting meme. I don't like the animal memes that are just based off of baby, because like once the baby grows up, there's no more memes, right? The memes become outdated. It's not like Doge. Doge got popular off an old dog. So off the grid. Thank you. What about Degen and Mudang? Degen, though, DZ just put out a great video on. Degen could be a decent play. I'd go watch our video on YouTube about Degen here, which you can check out, of course, on Discover Crypto, guys. And again, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button here. If you guys haven't joined the Telegram already, get in there because that's where we're putting out all these calls. We are still up $2,600, up 7.3% here. Again, we're looking at possible breakout. We're breaking out like live. This is perfect. This is perfect here. Let's go back to the minute time frame. Let's go to SPX. No, SPX did close. Okay, I'm stupid. Yeah, it was 4 o'clock. Yeah. What's your opinion on SPA? I don't need it for a year. Fair enough. What's your... I read that one 3 freaking times. Buy Metis. Beppe chart. Beppe on base. We actually will be partnering with Duke, I believe. I got to message them back here in the Telegram today. But I think we'll be doing an AMA with them and $1,000 giveaway. That'll be really, really fun. Solana getting that breakout here as well. Jupiter falling as well. You can see how, guys, it's just that simple. Look at this, right? Jupiter, while we're live, up 1.6%, hit 2% live. Versus Bitcoin. If Bitcoin moves, look at this. We're retesting this pattern. This is very bullish. This is very, very bullish. We don't want to drop back into this range. If we're staying above the 20, the 50, the 100, and 200 moving average here, we got plenty of upside on the MACD. Stochastic is starting to roll back over. You're looking at a $68,000 Bitcoin here in this live stream, guys, which means we're going to be printing money off this. This might be a $4,000 play live on stream with you guys. ICP all day. Yeah, I've had a bad experience with ICP, but I respect anybody that likes. A lot of people like ICP. I just hope their marketing gets fixed. 5-minute definitely a little bit bearish here, but let's go to the 15-minute. Man, stochastic overextended. Yeah, guys, I'll be looking to probably take that. I want to see this flash wick to the upside. Let me see Bitcoin's futures. Let's go to the Nasdaq one here. Just pushing up here. They're all anticipating Magnificent 7 earnings later this week. So this, to me, we'll be getting out of this position here in a minute. 1 hour is pretty bullish. The Stochastic still got plenty of room to go. That's like 68,200. What I would like to close on is definitely this above the daily. That'd be crazy. That'd close above the previous. Excuse me. Holy smokes. I didn't do that. Nope. I didn't yawn. Alluvium, Axelar. Let's pull up Alluvium here. Let's pull up Illuvium. ILV. Following Bitcoin on the 5-minute chart, if it breaks past this 200 moving average, you're looking at pretty decent upside. Getting a little bit of resistance here, though. Stochastic is a little bit bearish, but again, it's going to follow Bitcoin here. So that breakout could be, yeah, it looks like it's about to break out for Illuvium. So you're potentially looking at an upside target of like $39.50 right now. 39.50 looks about 39.79. On the daily here, though, that's against a scalp trade we'd be playing here. Holy shit, dude. Illuvium. Yikes, man. Yeah, Illuvium just not performing, dude. Look, I think everybody was hyped up on Web3 games, guys. I think studio tokens are the way to go. But I really think that the games that integrate NFTs and don't talk about the token are going to be the ones that do the best here. I mean, Illuvium's just been it's at a bottom, man. I mean, I would definitely say that you're at a support range. So if you want to DCA into it, you could potentially get a 2x off. I mean, it's at its bottom. Illuvium's at its bottom. So there's that. But again, we're looking at the daily time frame here. Stochastic's overextended. Not my favorite play, brother. Not going to be trading Illuvium hell here. LPT I actually like. We just traded it in the Telegram here over the weekend. We actually caught this huge upside here. Could be getting, a breakout here potentially on LPT. But again, same thing. Not a very performative altcoin. You could see that in 2021. It definitely ran up to like $70 freaking dollars. But here in 2024, in March, with its all-time high of $26, it's going to be really hard to break past this liquidity range. And again, I mean, on the weekly, you're looking pretty bullish on the MACD, but it's just not the prettiest play. So I would be scalping inside of LP. It's not my favorite, play to hold on to. What I like to hold on to, guys, are projects that look like this, right? They're going to be Solana. Solana's a massive cup and handle. Someone talked about, what was the cup and handle earlier? It was Proppy, I think. Someone said Proppy USDT. Definitely not this website. Proppy, this one? I don't know what cup and handle you're talking about on Proppy. I don't see any cup and handle. Maybe here. They're trying to say this is a cup and handle. Potentially. I mean, definitely Proppy here on the daily is pretty. I like this. RSI could definitely come down a bit, but you're looking at potentially, yeah, you're looking at a pretty decent breakout here, potentially on Proppy. But again, what I'm looking at is, like, look at Solana, right? Very clear cup and handle. Jupiter, very clear bullish, breakout here. Again, you can come back down, retest this once, but I like entering any of these price points around 85 to 90 cents. Ondo, a very clear reverse head and shoulders pattern here, retesting major resistance. If we turn this into support, you're looking at pretty significant upside. Those are going to be the plays that I'm more focusing on right now. Turbo did a cup and handle. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Maybe right here. 4 hour. It's a very ugly cup and handle. Could be one. Could be one, though. You're not wrong. Stochastic. So look at this. This is what I like about Turbo. Look at the 4 hour on Turbo. Turbo's looking kind of bullish. Turbo's looking pretty bullish here. Turbo will probably have a pretty decent upside play if Bitcoin were to break out. But again, we got to look at the daily here. Looking to bear over, right? So still on Bitcoin, Bitcoin's daily is exhausted, guys. Bitcoin's daily is exhausted. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, especially when you're looking at the liquidations, right? We just ate through that major liquidity range. We're watching it. We're watching a short squeeze kind of pile up upon us here. I'm on the 12 hours, just refreshed it. Check that out, right? I am expecting a bit of an upside swing here on Bitcoin's price. We'll see if it plays out here, though. 24-hour time frame is bearish. But again, you got enough liquidity to get one last swing to the upside here, which is what we're anticipating. Or we'll close out for like $1,000, which I'm fine with. I'll take $1,000 win. See, we're coming back into this range right now. I don't like that. We need to close out of this range. Mu looks good. Looks like it'll break out soon. Coin base USD daily time frame. Coin. Oh, I see what you're saying. This to me though isn't a handle. Like, what the fuck is this? A handle would have broken out. This would have been a handle, right? This, I don't know what this is. Can a handle have a tail like this? Could be though. I don't know. I don't pattern. That's goofy to me. That's goofy to me. That's some goofy liquidity action to me. Tau, please. Growth potential. Hold on. We're going to close this out here in a second. Let's do, if this doesn't bounce, we're closing. Let me do take profit here. Take profits. Let's go for 67, 600 here for 1100 profit here. Oh, we got to put a stop loss. I'm retarded. There you go. All right, we got our stop loss on for $67,600, guys. Josh, you're Wonder Bread water soup, baby. Oh yes, man. Can handle have a tail? I'm true, man. I don't know. I don't. Let's see this bounce though, baby. Though I would like to see this break out here. Let's go on Twitter while this plays out here, guys. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see this, chat? What do you think about this? Ripple co-founder Chris Larson says he's donating $10 million in XRP to Kamala Harris's campaign. Ripple co-founder Chris Larson. Yeah, I need food watch. But Ripple co-founder Chris Larson says he is donating $10 million in XRP to Kamala Harris. How does this make chat feel? How does that make you feel? $10 million in selling pressure because Chris Larson wants to donate it. He's going to donate it to Kamala Harris for you guys. Bullish. How bullish is that? Here we go from Mark Cuban.
As you said, if you really thought that the vice president would do that you'd campaign against her. So I guess that was a true comment you made. And then my follow-up
so what
question.
I said was, I said it's not going to happen. Absolutely not going to happen. If for some reason she lied about it, I would campaign against her so there wouldn't be a second term.
Okay. Then what I was going to ask you is, and I'm not going to go through, these are like, there's like 20 things, but I'll just pick out a couple that I think would be really scary. If she were to try to abolish the filibuster, if you knew she was going to do...
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Next.
And then how about free health care for all...
Wait, do you guys have audio? Or am I dumb? Do we have audio? Type 1 in chat if we have audio.
I'm talking about that. So here's exactly what she's talking about with healthcare.
But there were some things she has said. I can pick out probably 10 things where
Joe, I can go back to an interview.
You would say, yeah, I'd campaign against her. So what do you like?
What do you like about Kamala Harris? The answer is nothing. Nobody can say, I like her approach. I like her culture. I like that she doesn't divide. I like that she unites. I like that she laughs. I like that she brings joy. Like, dude, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is the average. Did you guys see this, by the way? Kamala Harris is mainstream media. Check this out. Crazy, man. crazy, dude. Crazy people vote for her. Absolutely wild here. All right, guys, we're watching this. We'll see if we close out for the $1,100 in profit. It looks like Bitcoin is breaking down here. But again, we'll see. We'll see. Our profits underneath these two. So, oh, it's right. It's like heard Kama was good entertainment at the Diddy. Oh my gosh. So wait, Trump is the better option. I believe Trump is by far the better option for president. Yes, like it's not even it's not a contest. I debate that almost every single day. You don't have to like Trump. It's not about, just if you're voting for Trump or voting for Kamala because she's not Trump, I think that is the dumbest reason to vote. I'm looking at this from an economic perspective, a crypto perspective, and just a general social policy perspective. From open borders to crypto policy to fiscal and monetary policies with congressional spending. Those are my focuses right now. And he's quite clearly the one that is the better option. So Trump is a compulsive liar and printed $13 trillion okay, that's a lie. You just lied there. You printed like 7.5 or 8 trillion. And there was COVID, if you remember that. And two, there wouldn't have been inflation if it wasn't for, there still would have been inflation, but it wouldn't have been nearly as bad if we didn't have two things happen. One, all the wars erupt, but primarily the energy policies and the 90 plus executive orders that Biden and Harris essentially pursued on day one of their administration that opened up the borders and reduce our energy policies. I know the numbers off the top of my head, Satoshi. That's coming directly from the Federal Reserve. He printed like roughly $8 trillion. But again, you have to take into account COVID. Did he handle COVID perfectly? No. He did not handle COVID perfectly. No. That's not the argument, though. I've literally looked at those numbers 100 times. We can go to M2. When was in office? So 2016. Let's go to January 2016, 12 to 2020. You're looking at June, December 19. So 7 trillion. Yeah, $7.5 trillion, brother. Look at the national debt July 20th and today. National debt's not the same thing as printing money, homie. National debt, you're going to have more debt from printing more money, yes. But now look at the national debt under Harris and Biden's. You can't, no matter what, the monetary and fiscal policy is broken. So if you print $1 trillion and your interest rate debts are at 10%, which our interest rates have been higher for the last 4 years under the Biden-Harris administration, your interest payments on that debt are going to be much larger. So you can't necessarily pin that on either Biden or Harris because that's going to be up to the Federal Reserve. But at the end of the day, the Federal Reserve reacts to markets based off policies that the monetary or both based off policies of, oh my goodness, monetary and fiscal policies from that administration or Congress. So that's a much more complex, nuanced discussion. But your first argument was Donald Trump printed $13 trillion. That's a lie. The M2 money supply expanded by roughly $7.5 trillion, maybe $8 trillion if you really pinpoint the exact dates. And then under the Biden-Harris, again, you're looking at 19 trillion to roughly 21.6 trillion, or roughly $4 trillion, $3 to $4 trillion, depending on, well, not even, that's like what, I definitely passed 4 trillion because the First Step Act had, or not first, the Americans First or whatever it was like 2.2 trillion. Inflation reduction, yeah, you're looking at $3 to $4 trillion from that. But Biden definitely printed way less money. Trump printed way more money, 100%. The debt went up 13 trillion while Trump was in. He's not better. Again, debt is a different conversation, though. So you just lied, and then now you're trying to pivot the conversation. So you said that he printed $13 trillion. He did not. Did he add $13 trillion to national debt? Maybe. I would have to look at that actual ratio. Is it 13 as of today? Because what you have to, again, you can't, it's not as simple as that. Like when you're talking about national debt, what are our debts? Is it Social Security? Is it military and defense spending? What is going into, is that interest payments? So did the Federal Reserve raise interest rates after Trump's administration? If the Federal Reserve raised interest rates after Trump's administration, and now you're paying 10% off $10 trillion in debt, what does that do to the national debt? It increases it exponentially quicker. So was that Trump's fault? Was that Biden's fault? Was that economic policies? Was it the Federal Reserve? Again, much more nuanced. Don't say lie, just say incorrect. Yes, I should just say that. It's much, much better. Liberals stay coping with false stats. 7 to 8 trillion is a big number. It is a big number. We have a lot of debts, though. I think, like alone, we have multiple trillions in debts we have to pay off per year. All of them print. You need to look at other factors. Yes, we're always going to print. We're never going to default on our debt. We have to print our way out. The only way to survive is to grow your way out. And that's already hard enough. You're more than likely looking at, there's going to be sometime in the next 10 to 20 years where we need to either default or increase mass tariffs on all countries and focus on bringing value back to the US dollar. And it's not going to be pretty. It's just not going to be pretty. Like, we are in a mass amount of debt. We have had incredibly terrible policies over the last 30 consecutive years. Every single war we've almost gone into has been a complete, utter failure or lie. They lied about the Middle East under Bush. They lied about Vietnam. They lied about, I can even go into Hungary or what was it, Serbia. There's lies coming out about that now. There's lies about the Middle East today. There's lies. We got to be careful. There's lies about Ukraine, but there's a lot of lies that exist out there. None of these politicians are worthy of your time. Nothing I said was a lie. No, you said printing. What you said was incorrect. What you said was incorrect, Satoshi. You said that he printed $13 trillion. That was incorrect. I'm not criticizing you, brother. I mean, we just got to agree to have a conversation and just correct ourselves. That's just it. How could anyone in crypto vote for Kamalto? Yeah, anybody that's pro crypto and voting for Kamal, you're just stepping on your own foot. It's her administration and her advisors all come from Elizabeth Warren, Adeyemo. All the people that are behind the anti-crypto policies are part of her cabinets and within her close circles. So is she going to be pro blockchain? Maybe, but has history shown that she's been? No. So there is a beautiful saying I heard is, don't trust somebody that is promising to do something tomorrow that they could have done yesterday. She's been in office for 3.5 years. She could have fired Gary Gensler. And whether or not that's the role of the vice president, she could have been an advocate for these things, but she has flipped on all of her policies over the last 4 years. Me, I'm more of an independent. I was more left leaning than anything before this presidential election. I was very pro RFK Jr., who was a Democrat, a very strong Democrat. Not Republican whatsoever, but he was forcing the Republican beliefs because he's an environmentalist at heart. He was an environmentalist lawyer. And I'm somebody that's huge on the environment. And the Biden-Harris administration used to be huge on the environment. Now they don't give a shit about the environment. It's funny how that flipped. Very, very funny how that flipped. And she's had a whole lot of yesterdays to do anything. Exactly, right? I was wrong about Trump printing $13 trillion. It doesn't defeat the fact that a president doesn't allow you to have more fiat. Well, that's not the conversation, Satoshi, right? So, what you should have said was Donald Trump still printed, you have to actually have an argument, right, to have that discussion. You can't just blatantly say, well, he added $13 trillion to debt. Well, why did he add $13 trillion? How did he add $13 trillion to the debt? So let me go to watch. I got you. U.S. national debt, Fred, right? Let's pull this up. So let's go to our total public debt, right? So you're saying, so let's go to Donald Trump's beginning of his administration, Q1 2016, right? From 19 trillion to the end of his administration, from 19 trillion to end of Q4. So you're looking 27 trillion. So 19, well, you're still incorrect there. That's crazy. So from Q1 2016, right, when he was elected, 2015? 2016. 2016 to 2021, right? So you're looking at 19. So 19, someone do the math for me off my head. So 19.2 to 28. So less than, again, 8 trillion. Where are you getting 13 trillion from, man? I don't know where you're pulling $13 trillion from. Are you trying to say all the trillions from, by the way, from Biden and Harris, you're looking at 28 to 34, which is almost the same. So are you trying to include this as Trump's fault? Is that what you're saying? Can you look at Noble, DeSci Crypto? Noble Blocks is a shit project. They actually tried cucking me out of the entire thing. I warned the community on it. Their retailer, like everybody that founded the project, completely took that thing. And I have no faith in Noble Blocks. Zero faith in Noble Blocks. Almost all of it was COVID. Yeah, I mean, this was COVID right here. You saw the recession 2020, right? That was most of the money, guys, comes from the government lockdowns. That was handled very improperly. And that wasn't just Trump's fault either. Was some of it Trump's fault? Yes. He was elected in 2016, a lot of terrible people into his cabinet, and was advised to do a lot of things that, like, a lot of it was Anthony Fauci's fault, right? Remember, Joe Biden and them lied to you about COVID for literally 2 years. They said that if you got the vaccine, you couldn't spread the disease. If you got the vaccine, you couldn't die. And they were wrong. Like, they were just wrong. So it's like, again, it's just a nuanced conversation. So, and this is where we have to talk about, like, talk about the future. Okay. Like, if you want to talk about the good economic policies there, we can, but you can't ignore the good economic policies that Trump embedded. We're still under Trump tax policies. We're still under Trump tariffs in China. We're still, we're going back to Trump era border policies, right? So if everything Trump did was bad, why are we going back to all of his energy and border policies? That's just my question, right? In 3 years, Biden added 6.17 trillion. Yeah, and whoever is next president is going to add another 6 trillion by default, because it's going to be really hard not to spend, because I think our interest payments alone are like 1.3 trillion. We're just stuck. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It is the truth here. So we're still, I'm literally staying in this play until we get wiped out. It's make or break here. We're either making $1,100 or we're making $4,000. If the shot didn't get you, the CDC rules and doctors got you. If the shot didn't get you, the CDC rules and yeah, exactly. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, the Democratic Party runs on my body, my choice, but they're mandating vaccines and literally making people quit their jobs because they didn't want to inject themselves with an untested vaccine. Crazy. Neither of them are going to do anything to benefit humanity. Well, I would argue that Donald Trump benefited humanity by not creating any more conflicts. He saved millions of lives. Under the Biden-Harris campaign, dude, you're looking at millions of lives lost in the Ukraine war and in the Middle East. You look at 13 soldiers dying from the Afghanistan pullouts, which, yes, they did advance and, push out quicker. I would say that those benefited lives was, that definitely benefited lives. Very much so. I would argue that the personal savings rate under Trump was 2 times that of the 2 times out of the Harris and Biden administration. It meant middle-class families could afford more, could do more, could go on vacation, were happier. So I mean, I like, again, I'm not like, guys, I'm not MAGA like at all. So it's like, unfortunately, politics don't like people. It just divides people. And if you're one way, you're labeled a certain way, but I'm not scared to talk about it. I'm not afraid to speak about it. Right. I want to have these open conversations. Pretty much spend 2 to 3 more trillion than they steal every year. Yeah, I mean, we're stuck spending trillions of dollars a year. Whoever is, it doesn't matter if it's Harris or Trump, they have to print money the next 4 years because of the guys, we let in like 20 million illegal immigrants. Like, we have multiple conflicts that unless they stop the wars, and then close the borders and fix these social programs, so you're looking at trillions of dollars in government spending that is going to be affected. So no matter what, you're looking at $4 trillion minimum in money printing in this next administration. You can't ignore that. You literally can't. So the question is, who's going to close the borders? Who's going to try to bring value back to the US dollar? Does that, or will that hurt middle-class Americans, in the short term, or just the entire economy in the short term? Like, to fix our economy now, we have to hurt our economy first. Like, we should default on our debt. We won't, though. Kamala made me MAGA. Yeah, well, and that's the other problem too, is the Democratic Party doesn't even have a Democratic nominee. She's a progressive she's a liberal progressive. Or she's a progressive liberal. I said that backwards. And progressive libertarian or liberalism never works. Like, she is as far left as you can possibly get, and her vice president nominee is ranked 50th out of the United States, out of all the states in America for worse fiscal policy. So it is just the most unqualified presidential candidates I've ever seen. So there's no option for me to be anything else but pro-Trump this cycle. Also, I'm pro RFK, and I want RFK I want him to be the head of the FDA or whatever pharmaceutical sector he can. We need to clean up our health in America. I'm huge on that. They are bringing them in votes. It obviously how much they are needed. They're bringing them in, or they're bringing them in for votes. Potentially. We won't be able to prove it, though, until years and years later. Bitcoin breaking out? Hopefully. We're at 67,646 right now. We're not breaking out just yet. Our stop loss is still in, though. We're still here. Trade relations are better. Yes, 100%. We need better trade relations. We need, better tariffs, better manufacturing in the States. We need to bring back Made in America. Things that in the short, again, they're very like, this is the problem that I have with like political influencers and why I stopped making the content. So it was making me so mad. I get so heated. And it's because I watched people like Harry Sisson and these DNC shills that are paid $200,000 to just push propaganda on things they don't understand. They go, oh, well, I have an economics major. The economics comes with literally real world experience. Nothing in a textbook can teach you what a COVID pandemic is going to do to a society. Nothing in a textbook that is based off propaganda in the first place is going to teach you about Chinese culture. Is going to teach you about Russian culture. It's going to teach you about foreign literacy. And so the problem is that you have a lot of people just come out here and blanketly, they push this blanket out. They'll say Trump tariffs bad. Trump 100% tariffs bad. But they don't include any of the geopolitical tensions and discussion and negotiations that come in with tariffs. Like, are we going to actually see a 200, 500,000% tariff on anything? No, almost more than likely, definitely not, because these other countries like China, for example, subsidizes in the billions, the tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars to Chinese companies for tariffs within the United States. So can it cause inflation on consumers? Yes. But can it also open up negotiations to force China's hand into lowering costs or paying bringing back manufacturing to the States, or forcing them to benefit the US dollar more and stay on the US dollar and pay within and transact within the US dollar rather than moving away to things like BRICS? Yes, that is also part of the conversation. So tariffs prevent things like wars. The tariffs that opened up in the Middle East and Iran, for example. Biden and Harris lifted tariffs in Iran that resulted in billions of dollars in funding and the allowance of crude oil purchases from China to Iran. That allowed them to invest billions in the Hezbollah and Hamas and these other entities. So it's like, and I got to stop on that conversation because you guys know guidelines and everything. But the reality is, again, all these discussions are much more nuanced, and they deserve to be studied. They deserve to be, talked about and broken down on a public record, not slapped into an 800-page, bill of funding that is given to Congress a week before recess, a week before Christmas, right? Because what's going to happen with that? No Congress official, no Congress member is going to read an 800-page document or bill a week before Christmas or a week before recess. They don't want to stay late. They want to sign that thing and get out so they can go spend time with their family. They're humans too. So these are all things that take place in politics that result in filibuster, that result in postponement, that result in, bills being packaged together and bundled together. Like, you shouldn't have agricultural bills mixed in with $100 billion in Ukraine funding, but you do, right? Or in border wall policies. For example, the border wall bill, they're like, oh, Republicans stopped the border bill from passing this year. It's like, well, because the first one was tied to Ukraine funding, and Republicans don't want to fund Ukraine. The only Republicans that do are neo-Nazi liberals like Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney, who are campaigning for Harris. The same people that lied to you about the military, or lied to you about weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East and resulted in the decimation of Syria and Afghanistan and Iraq. That's what happened. But I digress. Crazy how people don't understand gold, but they'll know soon. Exactly. True. The fact that Americans think quantitative easing is a mistake is a joke. Yeah, it's also virtually brand new. Between Afghanistan and Iran, Harris Biden has given billions to terrorism. Exactly. You got taken off the gold standard 2 or 3 times. How many times does money have to get killed to realize sound money brings peace and prosperity? Sound money doesn't bring peace and prosperity. Because you can argue we were under the gold standard, we were under the silver standard in World War I, World War II. Inflation's a good thing in certain remarks, but we're not ever going to go back to a gold standard. We just can't. Once that's like it's the toothpaste is out of the bottle, right? We're now such. I agree, Satoshi. I would say that there's a better. It could be better. I would say this, Satoshi. I would say that the world could do better. How could they do better? Transparency and ledgers. Sound money like Bitcoin, right? Where the government spending is held accountable. They can't misallocate trillions of dollars. Kamala Harris can't, for example, this. My biggest reason I'm not voting for Kamala Harris is the fact that she lost $42 billion, besides the open border policies and failures of her entire life. She lost $42 billion. Let me ask you this. Would you hire a CEO for your company that lost $42 billion? Yes or no in chat? That is really, and by the way, the question is that simple. The answer should be as simple as that question. She lost $42 billion in funding from rural broadband internet that resulted in 0 people receiving rural broadband internet. $42 billion. Do you want a president that lost $42 billion alongside a vice presidential nominee that ranked 50th? He ranked last place in fiscal policy for the United States. Do you want them to manage and dictate where our money and everything is going to be spent? No. No. F no, right? I'm not voting for Trump because, oh, he got shot. Oh, he's I love him. Dude, the dude's had a pretty dark past. I mean, he's a public figure. He was he's New York. I gotta refrain from saying the wrong things here. The dude's had 3 wives. Is he loyal to all of his wives? Probably not. But is he doing what's best for the American people? I think so. I think a lot. I don't think he's losing $42 billion. Donald Trump went bankrupt 6 times. He didn't lose $42 billion. So I don't know. Again, is out of the 2 options, what's better? I think it's the Vivek Ramaswamy cabinet, the RFK Jr. cabinet. I think it's the Elon Musk cabinet. People hate Elon Musk, but Elon Musk is doing more for mankind than a lot of people. Does he have evil intentions? I don't know. I love my Tesla. But I think he's had huge innovation and advancements. I mean, he's done what NASA, if it wasn't for Elon Musk, we wouldn't be able to even get our astronauts back that he just got back from space because of Boeing and NASA and all these government terrible programs. They can't spend money properly. They're slow. The regulations cause them to break down on innovation. It takes years to get approval. We'll never make it to Mars. We'll never go back to the moon with the government regulations that we have today. Why did it take a year to build skyscrapers in 1930, but now it takes 10 years to build a skyscraper in New York? Regulations, OSHA, corruption, right? We have to deregulate. If you want to advance, we have to deregulate. And again, we can't deregulate to the stance that will become unsafe for Americans, but go to Dubai. This is the biggest problem I have with a lot of these people like Kamala Harris. She had never even traveled outside the country when she was and she became vice president. That to me is so absurd. You need to go experience these other cultures and you need to experience how life exist outside the United States. We live in the greatest country in the goddamn world. You need to go experience what it's like to have socialism. You need to go experience what it's like to be in a dictatorship or be in an authoritarian, state. Because you'll understand, Dubai, they build skyscrapers in weeks. I don't know if it's weeks, but it's crazy. It is insane there. Everything's gold plated. It's beautiful, but they have slavery, right? So is everything they're doing the right way? Probably not. But again, can we learn from some of these things across the world? Of course. Of course. Dems always push these points of relations at Trump. And again, by the way, guys, let me double down on that. I'm saying in terms of geopolitical negotiations is what I'm referring to in that. We don't need to bring back. I came out kind of wrong. But what I meant was just in terms of where the United States is, we're becoming complacent. We're plateauing. The dollar is devaluating. We're not growing. These aren't good. These aren't good things, right? So what's broken in that system needs to be fixed. The government uses Elon, but Elon uses the government. And by the way, my biggest problem with that is this. Like the left trashes on Elon Musk. This guy is way more evil, dude. Way. It's not even in comparison, dude. This guy just bought 220 radio stations that has access to 200 million plus Americans. Or I forgot how many, maybe not 200 million. I think it was 100 million. Something crazy number. It was a crazy number. It was high dozens, if not hundreds of millions. This guy has directly been involved with the downfall of Greece, funding specific NGOs. I'm going to, and by the way, look where he was born. He comes from a communist state. But again, I can't speak past that too much. But if you don't know who George Soros is, go look into George Soros. Just go watch some videos. Go watch some videos. Go figure out what they do. I don't think Kamala Harris is a Marxist. I don't. I think Kamala Harris is just easily manipulated. She's just a puppet, dude. Kamala Harris doesn't have any power. She has zero power, dude. Kamala Harris does whatever her donors say. She literally has handlers. She's not a middle class American. I'll tell you that. She was instated by her party, by her donor class, by the Chuck Schumers, by the Nancy Pelosi's, by the Elizabeth Warrens. She was chosen by whatever Marty. Again, she was chosen by George Soros. Actually, is who she was chosen by. So it just is what it is. Economic hitman bankrupts countries and leaves. Satoshi, 100% agree. Yes. So if you haven't actually read Economic Hitman by John Perkins, I believe, fantastic read. Goes over the economic hitman policies that the World Bank, the IMF, the United States, and China both embed on second and third world countries. That is why I Bitcoin. That is why I believe Bitcoin is the best fundamental sound money and asset to ever exist. The fact that it is decentralized on a geopolitical scale, you can mine it anywhere, you can convert wasted energy anywhere, and you can turn it into a net value, which is for the first time in history, the only way out these second and third world countries have to break away from the suppression of these economic hitman policies, Satoshi. So that is also why Harris administration, huge against Bitcoin mining, have been huge advocates against Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining not only is what will allow Bitcoin to break past $600,000, but it will allow us to convert excess methane and carbon emissions. Check this out. I'm giving you guys all the energy here, or the alpha here. Crusoe Energy, right? ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips use this. The world's first AI. This is, wow, they got a new website. Absolutely beautiful. Shout out to Crusoe here. They convert excess energy, so like flare emissions coming from gas facilities, and they convert, they're accessing. Let me actually click on energy. They used to have a picture of it. Let me go here. Crusoe Bitcoin mining. I want to show you this. Here you go. How a natural gas powered Bitcoin miner became a darling of climate tech. They changed their entire website. Flare gas Bitcoin miner Crusoe Energy raises $350 million. That was beautiful. But I got to find the picture here because they changed their pictures to more green stuff. Here you go. So what they'll do is in like North and South Dakota, you'll see just endless amount of flaring taking place in our atmosphere. Now, there is excess energy at power grids. Our power grids, our infrastructure in America, perfect example. Our infrastructure in America is shit. When Biden and Harris go, we've invested in infrastructure. Our infrastructure is still shit. So their investments aren't good enough. Instead of sending $100 billion to Ukraine, maybe we should take even 20 billion of that, try just to invest it into American systems. But either way, I digress. These flare emissions can be captured. We're talking billions upon billions and billions of dollars in excess wasted energy annually across the globe from oil providers, from landfills. Yes, your landfills. The Texas land patch in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. You can convert that and burn it and create an actual value out of it through Bitcoin mining. Why is this possible? Because you can set up a Bitcoin miner anywhere in the world and just have a Bitcoin modular container and then connect it to Starlink and connect it to a satellite and instantly capture that excess energy and convert it into a net value through Bitcoin mining. That Bitcoin mining and that power consumption can be converted into cloud computing services and data mines, data servers, anything you really need. But there's a huge net value and positive to that with Bitcoin mining. So that is why I'm bullish on Bitcoin, first of all. But again, I want an administration that wants to welcome that, not say Bitcoin's a threat. Oh, it consumes more energy than Kazakhstan. Okay, yeah, but it's consuming wasted or renewable energy and at the same time creating a value out of that. It's creating GDP. It's creating jobs. It's creating value for those states, right? Highly, highly valuable. What's your price prediction for... Are you wearing a Yankees hat? I am. What's up? OmniSwap in the house, baby. Let's go, dude. What is your price prediction for Velodrome this cycle? Velodrome's going to follow Aerodrome here. So really, I just expect it to be like the little brother. It's the XRP to, it's the XLM to XRP is what I like to say here. But Velodrome, definitely a smaller market cap. Let's find a better market than that ugliness. Here we go. And let's go to the daily here. Yeah, oversold for sure. Maybe getting, what is this here? Triple bottom. Could be a cup handle pattern playing out here on Velodrome. Definitely going to just follow Aerodrome. It's the little buddy here. They're the company behind Aerodrome Finance. And so I expect this. Honestly, if you get a breakout, I think Velodrome will pass its all-time highs. It'll probably pass its all-time highs, especially if Optimism super chain just kicks ass. You're probably looking at 35 to 50 cents on Optimism if we get that type of alt season. Excuse me. Choking here. All right, guys. Do we close for $2,000 or do we let it run? Is Bitcoin at 100x? No. Can you tell me? I think Bitcoin could 12x over like the next 10, 15 years. Right about the Obama mouthpiece? Yeah. Yep. I saw a thing today that like Democrats like, yeah, previous presidents can't endorse. That blew my mind. But anyways, I can't say that, so we'll stay from that. But do you know? Can you tell me when and little reason why you stopped believing in Noble Blocks? Yeah, because I was supposed to come onto the team as an advisor, but the team kicked me out because they didn't want to give us the tokens and use our community for free marketing, and then pushed me out and didn't give us any of the tokens that we were supposed to be on a vested schedule and help advise them for like 2 to 3 years and build out their data scientist like research platform. So I don't respect anybody that does that. They were greedy and they wanted to take advantage of my community. So from a very early on stage, they never had the right incentive or mindset when it came to that. So immediately, as soon as that happened, I told the community what happened. Luckily, the community still made profits off of it, but was like, yeah, I'm not going to be working with these individuals. They're corrupted to their core. And they were working with very shitty influencers to push the price action up and take advantage of our community over in our Telegram. So with Noble Blocks, just that ruined it for me. And again, when we're talking about decentralized science, it's about community, it's about developing, it's about giving power back to the people, not taking advantage of the people. And so, yeah, I just don't respect anything about that project whatsoever anymore. And I would be much rather in RSC and won't be talking about Noble Blocks. Do you know if the Tesla stock will include his Wii robots or his no stock? I don't know. Bartho, to be honest here. AI will consume 9% of U.S. energy by 2030, not Bitcoin. Yes, but you could use the data servers provided through Bitcoin mining to help provide the needed, capacity for AI, which is what a lot of Bitcoin mining companies do. What are your lower cap suggestions? For sure, Ondo, Aerodrome, Velodrome. Those are going to be some of the favorites there. What do you think about Tokyo, brother? Sorry for being persistent. Oh, no worries. I don't know if you asked another question. I must have missed it. Yeah, re-ask your question, brother. Sorry, I didn't see your other question. $2 super chat here coming from Nubian King. How do you feel about DGen on base? So personally, I'm not investing in DGen, but I will give you this one here, brother. DZ did just do a video on, of course, none other than DGen here on one of these videos here. Upload trusted, bigger than Bitcoin, the internet, BlackRock predicts. The next arrow, Coinbase's secret investments. May have been this one. I know there was a DGen video. One of these was definitely a DGen video. So I'll have to find that one for you. But there was a DGen video back there. Swee's bullish. Swee's been actually getting a lot of hype. Yeah, Swee's been getting a lot of hype. They have a huge, huge investor backing here. So they have a huge treasury for marketing. So I expect them to do a pretty big marketing push here this cycle. But would I be jumping into Swee now? No. It is definitely ran pretty hard. What I would like to see is, I would like to see this turn into a cup and handle pattern a little bit. So maybe come back to $1.70. The stochastic, though, is oversold, but MACD, RSI looking reverse. We're getting a bit of a bearish divergence here. So could continue lower unless it turns out to be a continuation. Could be a hidden divergence, but the prime focus here is the weekly. Swee's been on an absolute tear. So personally, I'm not jumping into Swee because I already missed this boat. I mean, we've definitely missed the boat on that one. So I would just be looking for other opportunities personally. Another $5 super chat here from Pew Pew Cruz. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well today. We got thoughts on Carve as an investment here. Haven't heard about Carve. Let's go ahead and pull this one up here. Let's go to Carve USDT. Spot on Bybits. So brand new project here. So let's go to the hourly so we can get some data here, at least a trade in the near term. Stochastic oversold for sure. RSI oversold for sure. So hopefully finding support. But what's happening here, brother, I'm going to tell you right now, this product just launched. So that probably means that the majority of this was a marketing move. So this was most of your KOL rounds. And now there's profits being taken on this. So personally, it is way too new to know that if this is support or if it's going to come back down to this 40-cent range. But let's go check this out on CoinGecko. So we don't have enough TA. There's not enough data to do any TA on it whatsoever. But we can check out what the project here is for you. So Carve here. 24-hour trading volume, $58 million fully diluted. So it's a pretty big project here on top of base. And Gabby, I do see your product. Carve is building the largest modular data layer for gaming and AI. So I already like what they're doing. I would love to see them connect, hopefully, to OP Superchain. Let me see if they're doing that. OPBNB. Carve here. Wow, 1 million followers. Holy smokes. Largest data modular data chain for gaming and AI here. This week in gaming, 21st October, Ethereum-based game Moonray to launch on PS5 without crypto features. Binance Web3 wallet Banana announced exclusive 50,000 USDT giveaway. Hamster Combat, Immutable ZK. So they're just doing a bit of an update here. So let me just say this. I'm going to say this, Pew Pew Cruz. So with gaming, it's too unpredictable. Okay, we don't have a lot of successful crypto games. We don't, right? Now, everyone in crypto, I think we can all agree on this. Type 1 in chat if you agree. Type 2 if you don't. Type 1 in the chat if you agree that Web3 gaming is going to be huge. Type 2 if you think it's a grift, right? The majority of the space thinks Web3 gaming is going to be huge. I think Web3 gaming is going to be huge. I don't know if that means it's going to be through NFT integration, back-end token transactions, and there's not people actually realize they're utilizing, of course, the crypto part of the cycle. But if you want to take bets on it, here's what I'm going to say. Small position of your portfolio, diversify. So let's say Web3 gaming is 10% of your portfolio. I would choose 5 different gaming projects, and I would allocate that evenly between those 5. Avalanche is probably the biggest. They got, of course, off the grid on top of it. But I maybe allocate a little bit to it. But it's definitely too early to tell. It's too early to tell. Token unlock could crash this to 40 cents. Not enough data for me to say, hey, on the daily, this is oversold or we have support. It's way too early. But website looks clean. Hopefully they can bring some value to Web3 gaming. That's probably the best answer I can give there. To Gabby here. Back to the convo we had last stream. What do you think about Tokyo as a first trip by myself? They have good culture, but I don't know if they speak English. Oh, they definitely speak English, dude. Most cultures do, dude. Everywhere I've been, people speak English or broken English, or you can at least get around. Like, that's kind of fun of the experience. I kind of like being in a place that doesn't speak English. Hungary, like Munich, for example. Germans don't give a fuck. They don't care, dude. Like, if in Munich, dude, at the restaurant, they didn't even care to try. So you have to kind of learn their language, point to what you want, use your phone, get some translate out, and be like, okay, I want a coffee, I want this, I want, whatever it is. But dude, Tokyo for sure. Japan loves American culture. Most places, like in Tokyo, Kyoto, they're probably going to speak English in most places, if not have English signs. You're probably good for. I've never been to Tokyo yet. I would love to go to Tokyo one day. I'm planning on going next year. But so far I've been to Dubai. Almost everybody's English speaking in Dubai. But Czech Republic, English speakers in Prague. You have Czech. I was just in Italy. Everyone speaks English in Italy. Very few people didn't speak English. You're looking at Hungary. Budapest was still one of the most beautiful cities I've had the pleasure to be in. I love Hungarians, man. One of the best. Honestly, out of Eastern European countries, so far the nicest and most welcoming city I've been to. Maybe that was just my experience, but great place to be. But yeah, I haven't been to Singapore or anything yet. But even then, Singapore, probably a lot of English speakers. Any large financial hub is going to be English speaking. I would imagine even China is very English spoken. It's Central European, broski. Yeah, anything in Europe is, well, I mean, I've heard French don't care either. They'll just be like stupid about it. And, like, I don't know. A $2 super chat coming from Nubian King. Another one, dude. Appreciate you, man. I can't find the video. No worries. Yeah, let's pull up DGen here. Sorry for making you pay twice, brother. Should have pulled it up the first time. Ooh, whoop. There we go. Okay. Okay, we got some data on DGen. DGen's obviously new. I'm pretty sure it was a meme play on top of base here. Let's go to the daily time frame though for you guys. Daily time frame getting a little bit of volume again, so that is good to see. We'd like to break out of this pattern. Stochastic overextended. Kind of following that price action. On the daily, it's not the best time to enter in. I would like to see that stochastic come down all the way, be in the, maybe like this is what I would like to see, right? You'd like to see RSI is pretty oversold. MACD was definitely looking to cross over, and that stochastic was ready to launch, right? So this would have been an accumulation phase. Maybe retesting here could have been even then I would have been cautious. And so let's go to the 4-hour time frame, see if you got anything on the shorter time frame here. Now 4 hours still a little bit bearish, not the prettiest chart. Yeah, so I want to be entering now. Wow, weekly is way overextended. I would not enter DGen right now. If you got in DGen, sub half a penny, you're in a good place. I think you can hodl. But this isn't screaming DCA for me at these levels. Not at all. Not at all. Right. Again, look, comparison to Jupiter, stochastic, very clear, right? Upward bullish momentum on the 4-hour or on the daily could come back down, but on the 4-hour, look, again, stochastic's coming down, MACD's looking to reverse, RSI is looking to crash. I would like to see this come down to resistance, DCA. And I want a clear indication that this is a good support level, a good support region, right? So Jupiter, the reason why I'm bringing this out is I'm not buying at 97 cents. Hell no. But how many days we've been talking? Guys, I was telling you this at 72 cents when we first came down here. You guys all traded this with me. We traded this entire move, right? We got the breakout. We're expecting a pullback, and then we want to go higher, right? Great opportunity. Great opportunity zone. Ondo here, right? Ondo is retesting a major neckline, right? So I would like to see, maybe Ondo here on the date or the 4-hour, stochastic oversold. RSI still an upward, there's still bullish momentum here. So what this would tell me on Ondo, probably a decent play, right? RSI is a momentum-based indicator. So if the momentum is still strong here, and you could see here, bounce, right? Bounced, right? Every time we came back down, we're above the 20, the 50, the 100 AMA, especially if Bitcoin, stochastic's oversold. Every time that stochastic became oversold, overextended, you got a pretty decent bounce. So Ondo here, comfortable dollar cost averaging, right? Comfortable dollar cost averaging. But again, I want to pay attention to the daily. So even though the daily's overextended here, right? So still not the best entry point, but the best entry point was at 70 cents. And you guys know this. I mean, we've been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. These last 3 days, definitely not the time to buy into these markets. I mean, you just missed out on a whole $10,000 Bitcoin price move. That's not the point here. But what I want to point out is what the future holds. And if we can change this character, right? If we can break out, you got a reverse head and shoulders pattern playing out. If you can confirmation that we close, look at this, right? We got to close above this. But if we can close above this area, which tends to look like we are potentially going to do so in the coming week, this is going to give you confirmation that we're moving back up above $1. So at dollar cost average, right? So if you're spot buying and you don't care, you might go, okay, well, I'm comfortable buying at 77 cents because if I put 10 grand in, I don't care if it goes down by 10%, right? I don't care if it goes down by 20%. I'm going to just dollar cost average. I'm planning on holding this for the bull run. That would be the conversation here. But yeah, these are much more readable charts. They're much more digestible than, unfortunately, DGen there, brother. So sorry about that, man. Yeah, I just want a little bit less chaos in the charts, right? These are pretty chaotic. You're getting for the first time ever the 200-day moving average, which it does want to come up and retest. So you probably will retest that. But again, time to buy would have been stochastic over. Your stochastic is overextended, but what could happen here, right, is you have this bounce, right? So you come up, which we are doing right now. It's retesting it, and it could get rejected one more time. So this could be a decent area for DGen. This could be a decent area for DGen. It could be a decent area for DGen. But again, not enough data to go off of it. And I would prefer Jupiter or look at Solana. Solana breaking out of a year-long cup and handle, right? Look at that. W's in chat for Solana holders. Beautiful opportunity here for Solana. A dollar cost average in Solana any day of the week right now for me. Stochastics overextended. Hell, though, I want to be buying, I think anything for Solana by $158. You broke out. Look at this, right? So here's a perfect example. Perfect example. Head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulders, neckline. Broke out of the neckline, right? Hopefully we can retest it and then break back out further, to that next resistance level. Ondo doing the same thing, right? So it hasn't broken out of that neckline yet, but when it does, again, then you're just getting some selling pressure because of the huge move. I like Ondo. In fact, again, I want to make $5,000 off the trade. I want to watch Bitcoin explode with you guys here. It's now 5 p.m. We've been live for like an hour and a half here. So holy smokes, smash that like button, guys. We better be at 300 likes on this video for me being live this long. I should not be live this long. But either way, guys, I'm doing this because of this open trade. We're in open trade here, 6%, $2,300. This is all given for free in this Telegram chat here, guys. And what I want to do is if we make $5,000 off this, I might 2x Ondo. I might just go in on a 2x leverage on Ondo here. I'm being dead serious. Sure, but to my knowledge, we don't have any fortune tellers to go along with that. Thanks so much, bro. When I get to Tokyo, how will I change my currency to yen? Do I need to convert? Just do that here. Yeah, just do it at your bank. Do it here. It's way cheaper here. If you go into your bank in America and convert to yen, just convert a couple $1,000 usually, and you'll be good for your trip. But by the way, dude, most places you can just pay in your credit card. You can literally just pay in credit card. If you're planning on spending a lot of money, look at their local tax policies. For example, in Italy, you don't have to pay taxes as an American citizen. So when you go back to the, make sure you fill out all the right things so you get a tax, tax refund on all the taxes you pay over there if you're paying in their taxes. But generally paying in local currency is cheaper. Those little things. But dude, it's almost everything will accept Apple Pay. It's really pretty simple traveling in modern day ages, unless you're going to like a village. But to be honest, even then, dude, I was in the middle of Tuscany, Italy, with the oldest buildings out there. They had Apple Pay. So there is that. We went to San Gimanjo or whatever it's called, Gimangino. I don't know how to pronounce it. I always forget. Beautiful little medieval town. Every single place had Apple Pay. It is Italy though, but again, I would imagine Japan's much more new aged. Just joined. What are the 3 coins? They are Solana, Ondo, and Jupiter. You think any 100x cryptos in this No, nope. I do not. I am not I do not believe in 100x. I've hit 100x's, guys, but I do not teach 100x's. I do not try to predict 100x's anymore. I used to be that kid in 2021 before I realized how dumb it was to make those predictions because I was 22 years old, didn't know any better. And even though some did, it just understanding that we have, millions of followers across our platforms, 100x is almost a near impossible factor. And so I want people to have a realistic mindset so that they realistically take profits. Right. So 100x's, you have to understand, guys, if you're going to get a 100x project, not like, dude, for example, that would have been a project like OrdiSwap, right? OrdiSwap shit the bed. But these are the type of plays that you're betting on if you want a 100x, right? $2.5 million, $10 million market caps. They are projects that overnight devs could quit. They can go to zero. They may not work. They're the X swaps, the chain swaps, right? They're small cap plays that you have moon bags of that you hope maybe, yes, they can blow up. But the problem is when people ask about 100x's, sometimes they'll allocate like 70% of their portfolio because it influences, that could 100x. It's like, no, probably not. And by the time it's up 4x, that's when you should have taken your profit. And then now you lose and get caught holding the bag forever, right? So it's just depends. But I don't have any 100x plays. I don't. I am sorry. Yeah. And again, Untouchable, that is not targeting you. I like to educate versus propagate. I don't know. Propagandize. I don't know. I think 100x influencers out there it's propaganda. It's clickbait, right? Well, I use it for clickbait, sure, but my video is explaining why it can maybe do a 5x. I think a 10x, dude, you're looking at beautiful gains. That's crazy. 10x changed my life. I started my first cycle. I had XRP 10x for the first time. Had $1,000 in it. Made like $9,000 off of it. Then I put that 9 grand into another 10 different cryptocurrencies. And then out of those 10 cryptocurrencies, 3 went to zero. Like Harmony 1, Zilliqa really kind of performed like shit. But some like Polygon Matic went on to do 80x's. Mana did a 100x, right? So it's like, that is like the idea there. But you take profits along the way. There was nothing offensive about your reply. Genuine question. Perfect. I just like to make sure because I speak in broad terms a lot. Sometimes it comes off targeted and doesn't mean to be. Have you heard about a new meme coin called Trouble on the Tron Network? I have not. Bitcoin is breaking out though, guys. We're about up $3,000 now. Would love to see us break out to that 68. Again, our target right now is $68,000. I'm hoping it can play out here on the charts in the near term. The reason for that, let's do a little bit of a Bitcoin analysis again here, just so everybody that's in this trade with me. And again, if you're in the trade, type 1 in chat. Some of you are in here right now that are part of that Telegram. But we do have an imbalance. Oh, not below us anymore. So I guess we filled that one. We still have the one at $67,980 right here. And I know there's another one above us. There it is. I think it's 2. Yeah, 0.23 at 68.6. So market's definitely more bullish than bearish right now. Could be getting quite the reversal on this bottom. I would expect some resistance, though, towards the $68,000 range. So we'll see if we can get an actual really big purchase to push us past that price zone and confirm that really strong uptrend here. What I'm going to go over to is the FOMO chart on the 12 hours. And again, guys, if you're somebody that struggles with emotional purchasing, make sure you get FOMO'd. It's got your best fear and greed index on the market, your best trading tools here. It's only $9.99 a month. And of course, you have a 7-day free trial here. Links in the description. I'll put it actually for you guys right here. You can check it out. But again, you guys want to use this fear and greed index on the first chart here. You have the 4-hour, the 1-hour, the 15-minute, and you can see and actually analyze how the markets are reacting in that time frame. So in the last 15 minutes, people a little bit more fearful. Now, when the 15-minute hit the fear, check this out. Look what I put in the Telegram, right? We were extreme fear on the 15-minute time frame. We wiped out all the liquidations on the 24-hour time frame, and we opened up a ton above us here. And because of that, we entered this Bitcoin long here, this position. Now, we entered a little bit too early, but we still have a pretty decent entry point here. And of course, that has now resulted in significant upside. And as you guys can see, we are up nearly 10% or $3,400 in one single trade on Bitcoin. So you can make money off Bitcoin, guys. It's completely free to do. The link's in the description below. And we have 5 full-time traders, guys. I don't pretend to be a professional trader. I do this for a hobby. I am crushing it out. I'm literally crushing right now in that Telegram chat. But ego aside, guys, that will end, right? Even though we're like 95% win rate, there's going to be a change in direction in the market, and then we'll hit, 4 losses in a row, right? So even though we're making great gains in there, we're making awesome gains in there, all we advocate for is stop losses, taking profit. And of course, we have 5 full-time professional traders in there teaching how to buy, sell, and trade crypto. And CoinW is building you a complete free course on how to set stop losses, trailing stop losses, how to open scalp trades, swing trade, long trades, future trade, spot trade. Everything is being built out for you guys in that Telegram right now. Now, it's not going to be free forever because once we're at 1,000 members, we're already at 711. We're going to have to put some small charge on there for future people because we can't have 10,000 people following my trades. We just can't. Like that's if you have 10,000 people all opening up a 100x long position or a 10x long position, you guys do the math. You understand. I literally track liquidations for a living. I'm tracking market makers. And so again, it's really cool access. It's a great place to be. So get in there while you can and while it's free. But anybody from that trading group will tell you it is the best trading group on the planet. In fact, if you go to my profile here, here's some testimonials just from yesterday. I said, good morning, say it back. Or not this post here. Here we go. We made a $5,000 plus trade yesterday. What CoinW I say it. Here you go, though. You're the man. Thanks. We got Josh. You are the best. Seriously, this is the best Telegram channel ever. I love that you actually explain the logic behind each call. Portfolio up 70% in one day, 3K, one trade. These are people commenting, guys. More than 90% win rate with Josh and joining. This guy knows what he's. These guys don't know what they're losing by not joining out on here. So people love it, guys. Killing on the calls. So it's a great place to be. Come join it, guys. Come join it. We're now at 67,800, and there's your resistance. Perfectly stated here. So we are getting a bit of a bullish reversal here on these charts. We'll see. We're gonna address the take profit here now. So we're gonna go to the stop loss here. What we're gonna go ahead and do is put 67,000 700 now. So we're going to up it to, actually, let's do 725 here. So that is a $2,100 profit that we will be securing here. We're going to put max USDT here. That would close us out of our $500,000 position. Yes, we have about 30. This is a $35,000 margin on 15x. So again, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out, but we just made $2,100 on the given day. And I'm just adjusting that stop loss to make sure that we secure profits in case we are wrong about that reversal here. But my goal here is to see a breakout of this $27,900 level and see some upside to $68,000. Hopefully seeing that 68, we might get some bullish confirmation and make way more money than we would have thought on this trade move here, up $3,400. I'll keep adjusting it. Here. Which type of AI gaming DeSci with the X is the most? Wait, which type of altcoins, AI gaming, decentralized science, etc., will have the most X's bull run? I think it's tokenization and AI. It's only AI if Sora AI launches. It doesn't exist yet, but if that launches, AI will explode. And I think tokenization is going to be huge in the DeFi sector for institutions. If, of course, Kamala Harris, or not Kamala Harris, but if Donald Trump wins, and that's because we'll have very pro crypto legislation with like Hester Pierce and the right commissioners in the SEC and the CFTC to push this industry forward. And you're going to see a lot of institutional interest with that. All right, guys, we're now up $3,600 here. Interesting. Let me close that one here, though. No way I can get in the chat without CoinW. Doesn't permit me to make an account in the US. You can. You literally just sign up with your phone number or email. I promise you guys can get in there. I'm literally in the US and I'm using it right now live without a VPN. So it's definitely available. Unless maybe you're in New York and I could be wrong. I apologize on that. Just get a VPN, guys. You can use NordStream VPN. Links in the description below. Or it should be in the description. If not, just go get one. Does the rest of Telegram open ones I register with CoinW? Yes, it does. It does. Exactly. That's exactly what happens. You got to register through CoinW, guys. Register through CoinW and then do the verification. It keeps all bots out. There's no bots or scammers in there. That's the purpose of the focus there. It's the best. Yo, what's up, Sufficient? I see you in the chat. The amount of Bitcoin bears who thought they think that BlackRock and Fidelity, after buying 30K Bitcoin, we're going to get let the price gas at sub 50K is mind-boggling. Yeah, Bitcoin bears are the biggest idiots out there. I mean, I have bears that trash on me, dude. I have literally bears that Joshua can't trade. I'm out here literally like turning $3,000 into $7,000. We just did $1,000 to $10,000 challenge we're still doing it with the Telegram, but everybody's up like 300-400%. Dude, bears are just losers. Bears are the individuals that they graduated high school, but they're now 40 years old and they still talk about high school and that's all they talk about, right? They peaked at $15,000 Bitcoin, but they're never going to go back, right? You never go back to you're never going to go back to high school. You never reverse your age, right? You're never going to go back to those days. So bears peaked at $15,000, because everybody thought that we were going to go to 3K, we're going to go to 9K, but then bears wrecked their followers, right? Bitcoin graduated. It went to 30K, it went to 40K. And now these Bitcoin bears, dude, the only way they get views is by shitting on other creators or trying to fearmonger. That is all that's how they make their money, right? They're sad, losers, lonely. They probably travel to Vegas by themselves. And not in a good way because they're good at poker, just because they want to go get drunk by themselves in not LA, but Las Vegas. Like, bears are the definition of lonely. And I will stop there. And I know people are like, God damn, Josh is going in here, dude. He's going in. But yeah, I mean, it's true, dude. It's like, dude, bears just wreck like, literally, bears always lose. Bears, you can't be a perma bear. You just can't. And they're like, oh, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin until we break 70,000. We're up from $15,000. We're up at 70K now. When are you going to turn into a bull? At the top of the market? And then you're going to wreck your entire community again? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Mods, can you delete Kingsley for spamming and shilling here, man? Bro, just put everyone in one category. Thanks. Also, what do you think about Aether and Aether's tokenomics? I don't know anything about the project, Gabby, unfortunately. It's a newer project. Maybe I'll do a deep dive into Aether That's been a recommended one. Bro, any news about Doge? No. The only thing you need to know about Doge is that if Donald Trump wins, we're going to have a Doge committee of the government. Bartho, if that doesn't make you bullish, I don't know what will. If we don't get a Trump administration, you're not getting a Doge committee, though. So there is that. There is that. So, but yeah, if Elon Musk gets to create an efficiency part of the government, literally called the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, that goes to the moon, homie. Doesn't matter what they're doing. That is the meme, bro. How long ago did DeSci coin that shall not be named do that to your community? A while ago, man, like a year and a half ago or something crazy. It's been some time. It's been some time. But guys, DeSci won't pump until like CZ tweets about it again. It does, bro. But thanks. Yeah, anytime, my guy. Anytime. All right, guys, though, it is 5:20. We've been live for over 2 hours in here. If you guys appreciate these live stream, guys, and like these afternoon streams, make sure you hit that like button. We're going to be doing, again, of course, breakdowns of upcoming products I'm watching, really any updates in these markets, and then just live trading sessions and Q&A with you guys as we print money. We made over $3,000 in today's live stream. I will be letting you guys know if I close it here in the Telegram. So come join the Telegram. Stop missing out on all the calls over the weekend, guys. This was a weekend alone. Look at that, 47. And by the way, these closed for like 20, 40, 80, 100% gains here. If you go to the W's in the chat, 123%, 20%, 64%, 17%, 31%, 140%, 21%. And we post our losses. The thing's crazy is we haven't had any in the near term. So we've been stopped out a few times, but everybody's absolutely printing in here. And of course, you got DZ, you got Blockchain Basement. You got all these different updates in here, guys. You got DZ saying he's going to be posting in here very, very soon. I just spat all over my screen here. But you got your live trading sessions. So if you guys want to follow the pro traders, guys, make sure you go to live trading sessions here. And you guys go follow Boris. You go follow Dylan. You go follow every single Coin W professional in here. And they'll help you learn, all the momentums, all the indicators, all the different trading styles. And they'll be reviewing all those key indicators. So you got some trading education in this tab here, as well as, of course, the Coin W exclusive content. So make sure you guys continue on in the Telegram chat, guys. Past that, guys, last but not least, I have to say this last thing for the live, guys. If you haven't checked out FOMO and you want to support us in our journey on my new product, guys, this is my company. We're building this through and with Discover Crypto. But ultimately, we're going to be building products that focus on helping you guys and specifically focusing on the best, eliminating all the noise, right? We don't need the bro astrology. We need simple tools, simple products, a one-stop shop for all your news, all your best indicators. That is what FOMO is not only setting out to be, but that is what it will be. And of course, you have Duke, the mascot of our profile, for 100% fair launch, anti-cabal, no insiders, no KOLs, no market makers. I don't own any of the supply, minus the 6% that we have for the community tokens. That is all given back to you guys, and more or less will be built and burnt up for the community in the future, guys. Go check out FOMO.io. Check it every single day, guys. You need to make sure you keep your emotions in check. And of course, you have all your best liquidation models. Version 3 is being built out right now. It's going to take some time, but we got some incredible, exciting news and product integrations that is only going to make this website better and better month over month, guys. Thank you for being here. Much love. See you guys in the next episode. Peace out.